Someone asked in the community about smoked venison ribs. Since we were talking about venison, I thought I'd ask you.
I've done them, and they're not worth the effort. There's just not that much meat on them.
And it's tough, I imagine, wouldn't it?
It breaks by the time you cook it till it's tender enough to eat. It's dissolved so much. So if you've ever seen like beef ribs where they sell like a rack of beef ribs, not plate ribs, not dino bones. I'm talking about plate ribs. And if you cook them, you know how they do. They draw up. All you get is these big bones, a little bit of meat in between them because they've trimmed everything off. And I don't like them like that. Now, venison tomahawks are good. And where you cut the rack of ribs out or a rack of venison. I've done it like that. And you trim it down to where it's still on the bone. It's like a backstrap on the bone.
But are you getting rib meat with that, or are you getting
usually I trim that off, take it out.
Yeah.
The rib meat, if you take your time and you break the meat off, like when you're processing a rack of deer ribs, most people throw that in the trim. The ones that take the time to do it, throw it into trim or
to
the
make
grind pile.
Yeah.
But most people, I don't know, most processors I know don't take that time. They just throw those rib cages away. It's not really. I don't think it's worth the effort. I'd much rather eat some pork ribs.
Yeah. Or some beef.
And I like deer. Don't get me wrong. I like deer. I mean, your shoulders, your hindquarters, your backstrap, and your inner loins, that's the main things we concentrate on. And then we do take the neck roast off our larger deer too. The neck roast is awesome. You talk about breaking one. I need to do a video on the neck roast too, because a lot of people don't know to use that or how to do it, but you do the same kind of way. You can break it down. It's like a long, slow braise, put some smoke on it and then braise it, and it just falls apart, and it's really, really good meat.
Didn't y'all do heart last year?
We did. We ate the heart last year for the first time.
I didn't get to try that.
Yeah, it was good. It was different. I mean, the texture's a little different, but the way we did it, we just lightly seasoned it with a little salt and pepper. And then sauteed it we sauteed it in butter.
Did you slice it, or was it
whole their heart? I mean, they have like their heart has chambers.
The organ.
Well, their heart has chambers.
Okay.
So you kind of break each lobe off of the heart, and because the arteries that run through it are really tough, and so you can kind of tell how it is. So you're kind of cutting around those to get it out, and it's just pure meat. And then when you take that, we just kind of sliced it, and there's all kinds of stuff running through it, like little veins and stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean. We did it. We sauteed it up in little bite-sized pieces, and it was delicious. Cooked rare in butter. It would just melt in your mouth. I can see why people like it. It's really good.
Yeah.
I haven't ate the liver yet. We're going to try that this year.
I want to try the heart.
It's good. Yeah.